Good morning, everybody. Keto for Real Life People here. It is week 18, and I thought I'd come in this morning and do a little bit of Motivational Monday, which I haven't done in quite a while, but let's talk about mind over matter, and does it really matter? Yes, it does, especially if I keep getting these notifications that I can watch this on my TV. Let me get rid of that because I obviously am the one doing the live. So, Motivation Monday. Mind over matter. Does it matter? Yes. And why does it matter? Well, guys, the reason it matters is because so many people who've been doing the ketogenic lifestyle or the low carb or carnivore has just tossed it out the window. And I think many of us have done that. I see y'all popping in. Good morning. Do me a favor. Share. And then you find yourself in a place that you are struggling to get back on track. I know I did. I know I was just one big ball of mess leading up to an even bigger mess once this COVID thing started. So, how come it matters so much? Because it's going to take some really strong willpower on your part in the beginning to get back on. That's the basic, guys. I'm reading group this morning. I see so many people that are just struggling. Like, you might do 1 or 2 days really good, and then you find yourself, eating something you shouldn't. And then that creates a night of misery or days of misery for you. And guys, I can tell you from my point of view, I understand. I know your struggle. I know it's real. I know that you can do this. I just want to encourage you guys and tell you, you can do this. It's going to take 3 weeks. When you stop and think about your mindset of the whole long process of being fat adapted and back on your weight loss journey and getting back, maybe you're looking at it as a big picture, but I'm asking you to take it and narrow it down. What can you do? How long can you maintain it? Just like any other diet you've ever tried in your whole life, you can always usually maintain it for at least 2 to 3 weeks, right? It's usually 2 to 3 weeks before you give in or stay in. So with keto, there is a magic formula. There is a formula. This should give you guys hope. There is a formula that does work, and that is called your first 3 weeks of keto restart. Thank you for those stars. I appreciate it, y'all. You can give me stars if you want to. I like it. Thank you. I don't know what it does, but thank you. So, but you can do this at 3 weeks is when keto and a chemical process takes place in your mind and your body that lets everything even out. You start moving forward. I mean, guys, I can honestly say now I have passed the 3-week mark. I have back on my keto. It was not easy. Let me point that out. It was not easy. It was start, stop, struggle, start, stop, until I finally said no more. No more. So once you get past that 3-week spot, it just kicks in, and then the appetite is gone. The cravings are gone. You're just not hungry anymore. You feel good about yourself. Your energy levels start getting better. Your inflammation markers go way down, and you start feeling energetic again. You start sleeping better. You're bloating. I posted in group this morning that these were some of the benefits. Now, weight loss, slow, guys. I mean, I have to say this, for anybody who has been in the menopausal phase, postmenopausal phase, you know that once this bullshit thing, sorry, that's the word I'm going to use, takes place, your metabolism changes, and it might not be what it once was prior to the drop in progesterone and estrogen. So therefore, the struggle becomes even more real. And I can say that I honestly have experienced this firsthand. So since I've been back on track, I've lost a little right around the 10-pound mark. And I believe most of that was inflammation. But I am gaining benefits. And I can already, I don't know if y'all can tell, okay? But I can feel the inches. My top, I've been wearing some of this, you guys, I don't know how many of you have seen my lives over a period of months, but with the weight gain and the puffiness and everything that I've been doing, I've only wore certain clothes hanging in my closet because they're the only thing that fits me, because I was just too bloated, too fat to even wear it. And this thing has lots and lots and lots of stretch in it. So I have 2 of these kind of tops. And so you keep seeing me rotate them out. I'm still wearing them. They're still some of my favorites too that I got at Wally World. But I can honestly stand up and show you guys that the inches are falling off. This thing's now hanging on me straight. It's not curving me. It's not stretched out where I was just like, so I can feel the inches coming back off. And I'm gonna just take it as a victory because I feel like myself again. I feel like I can be your mighty leader in that, and encourage you and motivate you and let you know that if I can do it, you can do it. And while I do realize that everybody is different and unique, right? We all have one thing in common. We have food, carb, sugar, craving, addictions that are beastly, but we know how to make it go away and get back on track. Time to, oh, I don't have my glasses on. So I got this pair of glasses here that has a clear frame on it. I don't know how. No, oh, notice a huge difference. You're doing it. Thanks for the motivation. Thank you, Lorianne. Thank you. Judy, Felice, I've gone in the wrong direction. There's so many people that has done this. Keto Chow, time to spin the Everdeen Katniss, the girl on fire. Katniss, I love Everdeen Katniss. Which movie is that from, Keto Chow? Speaking of which, I didn't know y'all were popping in, but look, I'm also gonna bring in some things that have helped me, okay? How I've worked on it and what I'm doing. The struggle is real. Yes, it is, y'all. Okay, so with this being said, give yourself good 3 weeks. Restart means just that, y'all. Restart. Do not go back to thinking you're going to do intermittent fasting, lower carbs, lower fats. Get your fats in. Get yourself to where you are not hungry. I don't care how much you have to consume to get yourself into a place that you are not going off track. Okay, so that was the mindset that I gave myself. I can take these back off. It's driving me nuts, the reflection. When I started my restart, I told myself, eat whatever you need to eat or drink in order to keep you from reaching for something that you shouldn't. That's part of your mind over matters. That's part of your mindset. Get it in your head the very first thing. It doesn't matter what I'm going to eat over the next 3 weeks, so long as it's keto, so long as it keeps me from eating things that I shouldn't, so long as it keeps me away from grains, gluten, sugar, processed junk food, anything, rice, beans, whatever it is that is your trigger that has been keeping you on a path of weight gain, of feeling terribly guilty, of feeling like a failure, of feeling remorse, whatever it is, just say, I'm going to focus on what I need to eat and whatever it takes. I'll worry about weight loss after the first 3 weeks. Okay, so some of the things that I've done. Now, you guys saw me post yesterday about Pique tea. So I have got some Pique tea all made up. Why am I drinking it? Well, it doesn't matter if it's your Pique tea. It doesn't matter if it's green tea from the store. It doesn't matter if it's, from wherever you get your tea at, all right? I just happen to have this. This is the highest quality. If quality is your issue, you need this. If you just want to get Pique tea, get some green tea or some matcha tea, guys, that stuff is so good for you. First of all, it does have caffeine in it, but here's the thing, the difference between a cup of coffee, which I still have my coffee in the morning, okay, I do, I got to have my black coffee in the morning, and green tea is this. This will give me the jitters if I continue to drink it, all right? This does not. This right here has, and I wish I had my thing here where my notes were, but you know me. So this has catechins in it. This has phytonutrients in it. This actually helps you with appetite suppressant. You get all the energy without the jitters. It's really helpful for belly fat burning. So incorporate it. Help you along throughout the day of keeping your appetite a little bit better under control along with your high fat diet. Other things that I'm doing. You saw me post a shake the other day because I'm still drinking my Keto Chow shakes. They come in handy. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for a big cooking. First of all, I love to cook, but I'm not always in the mood to cook. Second of all, I love eggs and I love bacon and I love butter. But sometimes I'm just not in the mood for eggs, bacon, and butter. So what do? I get this. This is like dessert for me. This is like, or sometimes I don't feel like eating a meal late at night or in the early evening. It's just, I don't feel like it. I can grab this. So have something like this. This is the best of the best, y'all. On hand, and then you put the amount of fat and put enough fat in it that you are not hungry afterwards. It's already packed with your nutrition. It has 1/3 of all your macronutrients plus your nutrition in it. But you get to control how much fat. Now, I received a private message yesterday about this, and they said that they were confused by the little insert that came with their Keto Chow. They didn't know how much to use, 1/4 cup of avocado oil or 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Well, when you're doing a restart, use whichever flavor floats your boat. And if you don't like either one of those kind of fats, then use melted butter, but make sure it's a high content. If you've been using Keto Chow and you've been staying on plan and it's time for you to change your macros and readjust, you might not need as much fat. Therefore, the little, insert can be helpful. But I always just say this, like if you know you need 90 grams of fat a day and you're making this one of your meals, then you want to look at 30 grams of fat. Well, butter has 14. So 2 tablespoons of butter is 28 grams of fat. I sometimes just put 2.5 tablespoons, and sometimes I weigh it and sometimes I just cut it, melt it, make it. You just pour it in while it's blending, or after, just melt it and pour it in and blend it, and it'll be delicious when you're using melted butter. It'll emulsify, okay? That's another thing I use. Another thing that I bought to keep myself is Quest chips. I've bought a few bags of those for when I get the munchies. I would rather eat a bag of Quest chips than a bag of Doritos. You get my point here? Find whatever it takes to keep you from eating something you should not eat. So yes, I have bought Quest chips and I've replaced them for Doritos. I have bought tons of pork skins, are another great thing that I have been eating when I feel munchy. Because guys, let's face it, when you are trying to get yourself back on plan, it's easy to open a bag of chips and munch on it. I find that I stocked back up on my pork skins, and I have done queso with cream cheese and cheddar cheese mixture and made that to dip in. I have done nachos with them when I feel like just having something fun to have for dinner instead. Whatever it takes, get them. Another thing that I did was I went and bought some sunflower seeds, because my first 3 weeks I was in a spot of I'm not hungry, but I want to eat. How many of you, if you have ever been in that spot, or you find yourself in it quite often, let me see your thumbs up or your laughter or whatever. Give me some feedback here. How many of you guys have tried your best to get back on plan? You ate something that was really super high fat, and 20 minutes later you're back in the kitchen looking for something to munch on, because it's not about your hunger right now. It's about your addiction. Your addiction is saying eat, 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 eat. Anybody ever see that movie, Super Fat? It was out years ago, documentary about a dude who did nothing but eat McDonald's for like 30, 45 days, something like that. And one of the most interesting things I remember about that documentary was the fact that whether he stayed in certain calorie modes or whatever, it increased his appetite. Even when he wasn't hungry, he was craving more food. So what would he do? He would eat more and more and more and more, even though he was miserable. So those kind of foods, those non-keto foods, those processed junk foods that you and I have been eating off plan have put us in that mode where it reactivates our addiction. So have something ready. Now I'll tell you, let me grab them real quick and give you my thoughts on this. Because it's kind of funny here. I think there's only one box up here. Elizabeth's been eating them, not me. So I was super excited when I went to Walmart because I found these Larry's Keto Cookies. And I had tried a chocolate chip cookie in my keto crate box that they had sent me. Then I bought these because they're now available at Walmart. You might like them, you might not. I bought 1 box of peanut butter and 1 box of coconut. Personally, I thought they tasted like doo-doo. And that's just being nice about it. I did not like them. I don't like them. Elizabeth's like, well, they'll do in a pinch. No, they won't. Find the thing you like, and then if that's your thing, do it. Do whatever it takes. Okay, so I'm gonna open this cookie and show you why I don't like it. I'm not tasting it. Don't even, because I spit mine out. But let me show you here. So this is the cookie. This is it. It's a big, thick, honking cookie. Now, to me, it feels damp. It feels moist. It's more like a bar. They should call these round bars or something. I don't know. Make them rectangle and call it a bar because it does not have that light, yummy, crispy cookie texture. This is the, what flavor is this? Coconut, I believe. Yes. It smells coconutty, but it is moist. And it is made with lupin flour. Okay, so I can find that kind of cool. But flavor-wise, it just isn't there. I think that you could take these, though. If I was to be really quite honest, I could take these, run them through my food processor, add a little sweetener to them, make like a crumbly crust that I could maybe bake and then fill. That's what I would only buy these for. I would not eat them. So not everything I have might be your cup of tea, but that might be your cup of tea. They were reasonably priced. I think they were like $5.99 for a box of 4. So they are a clean keto approved cookie. But the point of all of that was just to let you know that I'm doing whatever it takes. Now, when I first did my keto restart, or when I very first started keto in 2018, some of the things that I used that were called dirty keto, because while they were low carb or sugar free, that didn't necessarily make them keto, was 2 things that I relied heavily upon. I relied heavily upon Halo Top ice cream. No need for that because we have Rebel. But be careful. Be careful with your Rebel ice cream. I have been buying it. I notice when I eat it, I tend to go with a whole pint when I first started eating it. And every time I would eat a whole pint of it, I would be up a pound or so with inflammation. So that much dairy is not good for me. I don't blame Rebel ice cream one darn bit, because once I started balancing out, I found out that I don't need that much. So what I do when I'm buying Rebel ice cream, you guys, get you one of these tiny little scoops. See, I mean, it is very small, and I can get 4 little scoops, 4 little scoops, not 4 big heaping scoops, and I put them in a little bowl, and I can enjoy my Rebel and be totally satisfied. Feel like I'm sitting there with the family. They've got their big giant bowls of Bluebell ice cream. I got my little scoops of my Rebel ice cream. It takes care of the craving. So I replaced Halo Top with Rebel. All right. Now I'm in a spot where I'm not as hungry overall for as much junk. You know what I'm saying? Like snacky stuff. The other thing that I relied super heavy on was sugar-free puddings, because they were convenient and I could mix them with almond milk and heavy cream and get myself through that. I love you, babe.
Love you too. See you.
All right, hun. So those are some of the things that I do, you guys. I do the whole high fat. Yesterday, I'll let you know what I ate. I had 2 eggs and 6 slices of thick sliced bacon, because that's what was there, so I ate it all. But it kept me going all day long. I did not have any need for anything else. It was bacon, fat, and eggs, and butter, and I ate that like I want to say 10 o'clock in the morning. No, and closer to 11, I guess, because it was after church. So when church was out, I made that. I ate it. I did not eat again until, I want to say, somewhere around 5 or 6 o'clock that night, and I wasn't really hungry. See, that's the beauty of the fat, and now finally getting back on track. That fat, that protein held me. It was 0 carb. It was all day long. All day long I was drinking my green tea. I just kept on. This holds 40 ounces, so I had a total of 48 ounces of green tea yesterday. My appetite stayed balanced. It just stayed even, I should say. It just kept me going. And so when it came around 5, 6 o'clock, Elizabeth and Harvey were out there grilling on the back grill doing their dinner. Felix had green chili chicken enchiladas that my other daughter made, a whole pan for him. And I was like, what do I want? I wasn't really hungry. I just took some sliced cheese right off the block. I cooked it on the stove because that's my favorite method. I made those little cheesy chips. I used 2 kinds of cheese. And I had my green tea, and I sat out on the porch just playing my, Best Fiends, and had tea, and that was it. That was all I was hungry for all day long. So I want to just encourage you guys that you can get back on track. You just have to make up your mind that you matter, that your mindset matters, and that you can commit yourself to 3 weeks of high fat, moderate protein, low carb. That comes right back to where I was in the beginning, right? High fat, moderate protein, low carb, 3 weeks. Mark it on your calendar, set yourself a daily reminder, give yourself a little pep talk, and know that you can do it. Use the group, y'all. Use Keto for Real Life People group. Use the KFRLP Clean Eating group. Start using it to take a picture of every meal that you are making, every snack that you are snacking on. Snap a picture of it, put it in group, keep a photo journal just like this. What you're doing when you do that is you're holding yourself accountable. You can cheat. You don't have to post it. If you ate something you shouldn't and you skipped over it, that's up to you. But what if you do have a moment? What if you do have a blip? Post it. Put it out there. Don't live with the guilt of it. Don't live with the shame of it. Know that when you post something that you ate that you weren't supposed to eat, that was not part of your way of eating anymore, that there are going to be people in our group that are going to encourage you and tell you, you know what? The next time, get back on track. Step it up. You got this, so use it for your advantage. That's what it's there for. If you're sitting there looking at a piece of birthday cake and you're looking at, bacon and you're really wanting the birthday cake, post it. Take a picture of the 2 of them together and post it going, I'm struggling right here at this minute. Emergency 911, keto 911, and whoever is getting a notification about posting in the Keto for Real Life People group will come in and help you and encourage you make that choice. Just one choice at a time, y'all. I'm going to take a second here, take a drink. I'm going to look at some of the questions, and then I'm going to kind of see where we go from there. I do want to tell you, because I've had people ask me, because I did post a link for Pique tea, and there's a fasting challenge coming up. And so if you start your keto journey back now, you should be ready for this fasting challenge that's coming mid-May. So with Dr. Jason Fung, and I'll explain all of that in a minute. So let's take a look and see where we're all at. Let's just get this week rolling. Finally caught you and hearing what I need. Thank you. Fell off the wagon yesterday. Today will be better. Yes, ma'am, it will. Pamela, Quest bars are good at Walmart, but I really like Hecka Good Foods keto bars. They are moist and chewy, a little oily, need to refrigerate, good for something sweet and chewy. All right, so that's an excellent point. Find what you like. If you do dig on Quest bars, are they great? They're not. I always say, look, we have a not so good choice, we got an all right choice, we have a better choice, and we have the best choice. And you do whatever you need to do. okay? Because I'd rather see you eat a bar that isn't perfectly perfect over eating a Snicker bar. Yeah, makes sense, right? So if that's your thing, do it. I will tell you, Keto Fit bars, I haven't had any in a while. Oh, I would love to order them. If I had my way, I'd order all kinds of good products, super good ones. Like those Keto Fit bars with those nice big chunks of melt in your mouth fat. They are over the top. I can't keep them on hand because when I do order them, they're Elizabeth's favorite, and my granddaughter Lexi is a keto warrior at 5 years old who's gonna just come up and loves them. What if you're not hungry but just craving chocolate? I have a solution. I'm glad you asked that. Here's what I do. Depending on what I can get my hands on, y'all, sometimes it's my Wholesome Provisions chocolate chips, which I adore. Sometimes it's Lily's chocolate chips, which I do adore. Tell you why the chips, and I'm not talking chocolate bars. Sometimes it's Bake Believe, which is not my favorite of them, but the easily available, okay? So I can't always get the other chocolate chips, but Walmart carries Bake Believe sugar-free chocolate chips. They are keto approved in my book. Chocolate liqueur, inulin, erythritol, cocoa butter, sunflower lecithin, vanilla extract, and stevia. So these are perfectly fine. They're only, I think, $4, $3 or $4 a bag. And when I get in that spot, exactly the same as you, I need something. Sometimes I just grab the bag, but let me show you. I've told y'all I'm a kitchen whore, right? I've said that once or twice in my previous lives. So what I do is find some little container, all right? And then fill it to the top. Get you a good bit. That probably only held about 2 or 3 tablespoons at the most. And I'll sit there. You got to get it to be melty so that the flavor comes through. If not, it just tastes waxy, right? So these come in milk chocolate, semi-sweet, dark. And I will do this because if I get, and I don't knock it, guys, but for now, right where I'm at in my journey right now, I'm focusing on staying keto. So during this time, if I would, and I did do it, I went and bought Russell Stover's chocolate bar. I ate 2 pieces of it, and I blew up my bedroom all night long. My stomach was tore up. Or if I buy a Lily's chocolate bar, which is $3 or $4, right? For the price, I can get a lot more. I'll eat all of it. I don't know why, but at this point, right now, it's important to just eat the whole thing. So what I do is, I'll be sitting there watching TV or laying in bed at night, and I just I want something to munch on, one at a time. You're getting that little chocolate kick. You're giving yourself something to munch on. You know you're on track when you're doing this. Will it promote your weight loss journey? Probably not. Guys, I'm not trying to get you to lose weight right now. I'm trying to get you guys motivated to stay on keto. And we'll focus on the weight loss when we are all back on the same page, yes? Okay, so that's one of the things, again, that I have found works. You can even take and mix a little bit of these with a little bit of walnuts or pecans or macadamia nuts, maybe some big fat coconut shreds. Make you a little mixture, get you a slightly bigger bowl, and make you a little trail mix. It's an easy way to satisfy the hand-to-mouth action that you are wanting to do. Okay, take those. Well, okay. Keto Chow, gotta take off. Catch you guys later. Do you use Carb Tracker? Okay, so for carb tracking, I use Carb Manager. And I got it a couple of years back, and at the time they had a deal. It was $4.99, one time only offer for me, and I could track unlimited for $4.99. Now, I don't pay for the premium stuff. Like I don't need to track my blood rate, my glucose, and I don't need access to all of their recipes and stuff. But I paid the unlimited tracking was $4.99, and I paid that. And I enjoy Carb Manager. For me, some like what is it, the chronometer or something like that. That's whichever one suits your style. But for me, Carb Manager is a great app. If you don't develop your own recipes, it's a great, you can track like your whole day every day for free. Okay. Now, if you were trying to catch up for a whole week and post it all at once, it wouldn't work. The other thing that I love about it is that this is where I plug in my recipes. When I do plug in a recipe to the carb manager and I break it down into servings, then it lets me know, how many carbs, net carbs, total carbs per serving, and I've got it saved. So say for instance, I'm making miracle dough. I have the recipe in my carb manager. I did post it as public, so if you're looking around or you're using carb manager and you're like, I made miracle dough today, you can look it up, miracle dough. It'll pop up. You'll have a carb count. I think that's a perk. I guess I've never even mentioned that to y'all. So I haven't put all of my recipes in there, but again, it helps. That's one of my favorites. Another one is Keto Diet App. Their app has come a long way. It's full of stuff, but from what I hear, they are charging like a monthly premium to have it. So you find which one works for you. Yes, Angie, Keto Chow ice cream. I have done that. Now I will say this about this. Okay, so somebody asked last night in group, had anybody made Keto Chow fudge pops, which sound delicious, by the way. They're so good. I love fudge pops. And I just responded. I was tired. I was almost asleep. I was like, no, I haven't made. I've made ice cream, but not fudge pops. And here's the thing: when I'm using Keto Chow in my ice cream machine, I get it to that nice soft serve consistency, and then I usually eat it right then. Sometimes I have put it in the freezer to let it set a little bit, but if you think you're going to let it set overnight and then go in and just scoop it the next day, it doesn't do it. It's hard as a rock, so you'd have to let it set out. It doesn't have allulose in it. See, allulose is what makes Rebel and other ice creams very creamy and stay scoopable. So if you're going to use this to make your ice cream with, I do it on the instant. And I have taken this stuff and I have made it, and I didn't feel like here's the thing. There are times when I want to be a big kid and I don't want to eat my dinner. I just want dessert. How many of you out there have been like that? You're like, I don't care about dinner tonight. Tonight I just want to watch a movie. I want to have a big bowl of ice cream. For me, it's NCIS. Felix and I love watching NCIS. So, we get in bed, he gets his big bowl of ice cream. I'll have because this goes so quick, I don't have to sit there and cook and make up my ice cream base. I grab some of this, put it in my ice cream machine, I got my bowl. And I'll tell you what, here's another thing. Now, I'm not an affiliate with Rebel Ice Cream, but I will tell you this. It takes one scoop of this to make a little over a whole pint of ice cream. That is excellent. That comes down to like $2 per pint. Per pint. There's 21 servings in there. So between getting your meals, making your cookies, making ice cream, making fat bombs, that is a bang for your buck ingredient. So yes, I have done that. Plan it out. Like if you know that you're going to have a night of munching, get whatever it takes. Was that a cookie scoop? Yes, Edith, it is a cookie scoop. It's seen its better days, but it's old, but you can still get them at Walmart. It's just a small, heavy duty, kind of got the clunky thing here, but all my little cute metal ones have all broken. So this is from Walmart. I think it was it was less than $5, I'll tell you that. And it is perfect. I use this to make my fat bombs with. This is the size fat bomb I make. This is what I use as a cookie scoop when I'm making the ginger cookies or the peanut butter cookies. I use this. And when I'm scooping ice cream, let me tell you guys something. Let me see if that'll work, okay? So I'm going to show you a serving of ice cream for me. Now, I'm not always perfect because there are the days that I want a pint of ice cream like Like, I just want to eat the whole pint. And there's days I do that. But then there's a lot of times that I don't. So this, y'all, is frozen, solid. It's been in here. I made ice cream at the beginning of the month. Let me see if I can, there we go. You can see I have vanilla ice cream with fresh strawberries in it. This is my ice cream recipe that I have on my website for ice cream base. And it's hard, but if I let it just sit on the counter for just a second, it's still, I can still scoop it. But guys, this has been, see? Like, see, look at what size that is. And this is really good ice cream too. And it has been in my freezer for almost a month. So there's another one. And I do this like 4 times. With this ice cream, I do have to let it just set out for, oh, like anything, because it's frozen solid from being cold, not the ice cream itself. I'm going to put one more scoop. Oop, scrape, scrape, scrape. And get a strawberry in there. So see, I've got this little bowl of ice cream here. And sometimes it's a little fatter. But most of the time, it's 4 scoops of that. And this, oh, man, the strawberry flavor that comes through. I mean, I can give Rebel a run for their money on flavor. Just saying. Not tooting my own horn, but basically I'm tooting my own horn. Okay? So I get this, the way that does that, there we go. So I get this little bowl of ice cream right here. This is it. And it is so good. I mean, like this, straight up deliciousness. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. Frozen Keto Chow makes good ice cream. Diet root beer. Oh, God, yeah. What is the best sweet snack available at store like Walmart, Publix that you have found? Okay. Oh, let me get rid of this because it's melting on my counter here. I don't want to get, I know me, I'll put my things. So when it comes to easy availability snacks, when I go to Walmart, Quest chips, definitely on the list. Rebel ice cream. Walmart is now carrying it. Not all Walmarts have it, but they do have it. My local Brookshire's, which is a local store, carries it. So I do go for that. Another thing, what store? I think it's Brookshire's that has the microwavable pork skins. That is one of my go-tos, guys. I love that because you pop it in the microwave, they puff right up, they're hot, they're fresh, they're way tastier than the bagged, which I still enjoy the bagged stuff. Okay, some emergency things that I think are slightly better than the Quest bar. Okay, so Atkins. When they have their candy bars, they have their little M&Ms, they got some little snack like crisp bars. They're not the best, okay, but I have bought them. My husband loves those, by the way. He's been off keto now since last fall when his back went out. He kind of just gave it all up, and now he's saying, hey, I'm thinking about going back. And so in that context, I told him, you go for it, I'll fix it. But those were his go-tos. He kept the Atkins M&Ms, and he kept the Atkins pecan bar, I think it was, with pecan and chocolates. Anyways, they're a quick fix. You're just trying to get yourself in a spot that you're taking care of cravings, until you get fat adapted, and then you kind of balance out, and it's not always about it. And heck, let me tell you, if you're doing keto for health benefits and it's not all about the weight loss, oh look, my other pair of glasses, and it's not all about the weight loss, then this probably isn't going to affect you. What you always need to be on the lookout for is inflammation. That's your first sign that your body does not want or need something, or if it does, you only want to have it occasionally, okay? Certain things will swell me right up, other things won't. So, and everybody's needs are different. I just feel like my nose is super white. I don't know why. You know, when you stare at something and all of a sudden, I'm sorry, this is squirrel moment. When you stare at something and it just becomes more and more pronounced. Okay, now it looks normal. It's just that. Let's keep going, guys. White chocolate is my fave. Pamela, yes, Bake Believe offers a white chocolate chip. Le Conto, I believe. I love their chocolate chips, but I can't always get my hands on them. Let's see here. I think I've gone back. My stress is so high right now, but trying to get back on track. Yes. Okay, Susan, I'm so glad I saw your post because you were the one who asked me about the Pique tea and the fat challenge. So, all right, I think I've answered at least all the questions for now. There might be some new ones down there. I'll check before we wrap this up, but let me put this out here for you, tilt it so that it doesn't glare. Okay. It wants to do it anyway. So Pique tea, what is the deal with this company? All right, so this company reached out to me last year. They wanted me to try their products. They wanted me to give them an honest product review. They wanted to offer me an affiliate link, which they gave me, and then let y'all know my thoughts and my processes. They also let me know that this tea is endorsed and recommended. This tea is by Dr. Mark Hyman, by Dr. Jason Fung, and a whole list of other prominent medical keto professionals. They all love this tea. So, and I think Dr. Jason Fung in particular really loves this tea because, you know, Dr. Fung is all about fasting, type 2 diabetes, the obesity code. I mean, this man is really caught up on tools that will help you live a better, healthier life. Wow, I sounded like a commercial on my own out of just, and then I ruined it. So here's the thing. I do love their teas. I had 5 boxes. I think I can only find 4. I must have used the other one up. So they have a variety of teas for whatever needs you might have. I love the jasmine tea. I looked up the price point of, it's only like $11.99 a box for this. Now to me, that's not bad because there's 14 servings per box. So, I mean, it's really reasonable, but it does give you that calming energy. Let me see if it has some info on the back of this box. Okay, this is the jasmine. It sustains energy. It's good for your gut health. It reduces stress. Yeah, baby, that's right there. That right there, that would be like sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10. No, stress is one of my things, y'all. It just, oh. So, medicinal plants healed my body and supercharged my soul. It's now my mission to help everyone unlock the benefits and unleash our collective potential. This is from Simon. So, jasmine is an active ingredient powerhouse. This robust and floral tea will supercharge your mind, body, and soul. Powerful cold brew crystallization extracts phytonutrients and antioxidants in super plants at maximum potential. Pure, triple screen for pesticides, toxic mold, and heavy metals commonly found in tea. Easy, exquisite flavor every time with no steeping needed. And I did notice, guys, there are certain, which when you look on their box, okay, so you get these little sachets. They're just like the kind you would rip open and pour into a water bottle, all right? So this one tells you right on the front of the package, cold, hot water soluble. So this is why I love it, because I prefer cold tea, and I can just shake it up in my bottle and it dissolves right away. Other teas, this one is a hot water tea, and this is the Hibiscus Beauty Elixir for rejuvenate, gut health, and calm. This is ginger. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now, this one, I don't know how many packets I have left of this. A good bit still. This stuff is so powerful. I've had the stomach bug earlier this year. I had it once last year. Each time that I got hit with the stomach bug, I opened this up. I shook it in the bottle and I just sipped it. See, here, these are not cheap teas. I'm gonna tell you, they're not cheap. So this is not one of those bargain deals, all right? But here's the crux. They do pack like powerhouse of benefits that you notice immediately. So they're much more powerful than my standard ginger tea that I usually keep in the cabinet. This knocked that nausea in the dirt. And let me tell you, I was like, I couldn't just move. So love, love, love their ginger tea. And this stuff is really good as for your digestion as well. So rejuvenate, gut health, calm, digestion elixir, prized in Chinese medicine, and a daily essential in the East. Ginger is warming, soothing, and supports healthy digestion and anti-inflammatory response. Okay, so I'm not going to tout their benefits anymore. I kind of think you got the point, but here's the thing about them. Dr. Fong and Pique Tea have, I guess, partnered up, so to speak. So Dr. Fong is doing a 14-day fasting challenge starting May 18th. It starts May 18th. So it'll go 2 weeks from that date. And I think in order to get into that, you either have to buy one of their bundles, which automatically gives you an all-access pass. Now, I think I did put the benefits down for Susan last night in a post. So what you get in your 2-week fasting challenge, which I'm going to do it, okay, is you get daily emails with tips, suggestions on how to maximize and improve your fast. There you get to access to Dr. Jason Fung's private group with Pique Tea. He will be doing a live. So if you're one of the lucky, because I expect there's going to be lots of people in that live asking questions, they were going to try to answer as many as they can, either himself personally during the live or in the comments by his team. So that in itself is pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it because I'm so excited about getting back on track. By the time this even rolls in for me, I'm definitely going to be in that spot where intermittent fasting for my weight loss journey should kick in. And why is it so important for me to lose some more weight? I'm going to tell you. Because my birthday is in June, and I got a letter from the DMV saying that I have to go down and get a picture. I cannot renew it online like I have been doing. They haven't had a new picture since I was 42 years old. I'm going on 55. So they want to update my picture. And I want my picture to not reflect my fat face. So I'm doing all the things that I can to get myself back down into my happy keto place, so that when I take my next picture before June, my birthday, that it'll be a nice picture that'll last me another 10 years or so. So 12 years, however long. What are those? Okay, I don't know. I'm so glad to see this. I really needed it. I'm so tired of this battle. I had success for 5 years on low carb lifestyle and now on and off track. It's that easy. So it's if you will understand, if you will wrap your head around it, if you've been keto 1 month or 10 years, if you're a carb or sugar addict, it doesn't matter how long you've been. When you go off plan, you are off plan, and the struggle becomes enormous. But I'm here to tell you, we can do it. We can get back on. You don't have to lose the battle. You don't have to lose the fight. You can get back on track. You can take victory. You can take charge again over your addiction. That's my heart. That is my heart, that we are the ones in control of what we're eating. We are not being controlled by our addiction. So know that you can do this. All right, I find Free Carb Manager sufficient. Been using it since the beginning. Peanut butter, Martha is replying. Not so much wanting that. Again, peanut butter, deliciousness. Make sure that you buy. I have 2 kinds of peanut butter in my cabinet, guys. I have 2 kinds because I have a household that is not all keto. All right. So the grandkids, now I have one of those big giant 5-pound containers of Jif peanut butter or Peter Pan peanut butter. Peter Pan. And it is so big that I just keep it scooped out and in a jar, and this is for the kiddos. This is the other peanut butter. It's readily available. Nothing special about it. It is Smucker's all natural peanut butter, guys. If it's inflammatory for you, avoid it. If you have to have it, do it in moderation. If you really have to have it, take it and spread it out into something so you get peanut butter flavor without just eating peanut butter. So the only ingredients in the Smucker's is peanuts and salt. That's it. So this is an acceptable form of peanut butter. I use this brand of peanut butter when I am making I used this chocolate toffee last time, and I put this together and I made cookies, and they were bomb diggity. They were delicious cookies. But I also will use this peanut butter when I'm making the fat bombs. I will also take this, and you can a tip, okay? A little bit of information. When you look at the information and you're looking at carbs, total carbs, whatever. So for instance, this is 2 tablespoons, has 7 carbs, has 3 fiber. So it's 4 net carbs, all right? So if you're a net carb person, 4 net carbs for 2 tablespoons. If you're a total carb, 7 carbs for 2 tablespoons. But here's the thing. If I were to take it and combine it with something else and spread the servings out, I'm not going to get all of that at once. I'm going to get the flavor, but I don't necessarily have to eat it straight out of the jar to get my craving down. So when I want peanut butter, which has been a lot lately, I make up my fat bombs, and it makes 28. I use a half a cup of this, 1 scoop of this, half a cup of butter, and some powdered erythritol, some vanilla, just a few ingredients. You guys can look it up on my website. I blend it. It's big, it's fluffy. I use that little scoop I showed you. I put it out on parchment paper in little scoops, and I pop it in my freezer. I get between, I think about 24, 2 dozen or so, give or take, peanut butter fat bombs. They taste just like Reese's peanut butter cups. I just eat them, and I have yet to have everything I need on hand with the way the grocery items are to literally, I'm looking for a mold so that I could make the chocolate shell, fill it with the peanut butter, close it up, and make my own version of peanut butter cups. So just, again, I'm doing whatever it takes to stay keto. All right, here we go. Watching from Mayfield, Kentucky. Hey, Deborah. SF Land O'Lakes aerosol whipped cream put in a dish. Sprinkle your favorite sugar-free chocolate chips and nuts such as pecans. Yes, ma'am. Walnuts, almonds makes a great faux sundae. Yes, and I will tell you that is absolutely true. And I do that all the time as well, guys. You could take, like, I was craving strawberries. When I was, during this first couple of weeks, you know, Elizabeth would say, Mom, how you doing? I'm on plan. You off plan? Nope, not off plan. I said, I almost had this thing where I wanted some of the kids' strawberry jelly when I was making PBJs because I just, the thought of strawberries sounded so good. Man, she went home back to work after lunch. She came back when she got off work, and she stopped at the store and she bought 2 containers, 2 pints of strawberries. She goes, here you go, Mom. You said you were wanting strawberries. Here's some fresh strawberries. Our berries are keto, guys. So strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, whatever kind of berries that you might be craving, you can take them, sprinkle a little sweetener on them, let them sit in the fridge for a little bit, pull it out, top it with a little whipped cream. Voila. Excellent. Like she says, you can top it with whatever you want. Chocolate chips, some nuts, whatever you want, and make yourself something that's decadent, sweet, satisfies your need to munch. Just whatever it takes. Yeah, we will, Laura, can you please link your ice cream recipe with the Keto Chow? Yes, I will. Edith, thanks, Nancy. I got a good one. Yay. Oh, hey, Shauna. Quest chips, give me a headache. Food Lion carries Rebel. I'm on it for health reasons. Yes, Atkins products make me bloat for days. See, guys, and this is the craziness. I know that some people have reactions to certain things. I do too. So you know what works for you. Find your alternative. I know that if I were to eat a Russell Stover chocolate made with stevia, I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead. Sometimes Sometimes though, I will tell you, when a craving hits me, it doesn't matter. I just got to get my hands on something. And I have reached out and bought a Russell Stover's chocolate bar or one of their little bags of chocolates, saying, I know that I'm going to pay for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh my God. Yes, those things kill me. I don't do them very often though. I mean, heck, I don't know what happened to them, but I had a Russell Stover candy bar in here. I had 2 squares of it. Satisfied my need, avoided the gassing, the bloating, the swelling. Somebody else ate it though. And yet they had no problem. They didn't suffer the consequences like I did. Go figure. Okay. I've never tried dandelion greens. They sound unique. Debbie Costco carries keto sea salt caramel chocolate ice cream bars. Oh yeah. So there's some, okay, I tried Killer Creamery ice cream. I did not care for it. I did have the Mammoth. I tried some of these ice creams at KetoCon, and while I found they were really good, once I had Rebel, I couldn't. There's no comparison. But if that's your option and you like it, or Enlightened, we're starting to see Enlightened, which is another keto alternative. So there's all kinds of alternatives out there. I'll tell you something I've got. I don't know if I've got one in here or not. You know me, I've always got to put my stuff away when I get done here. So I got a whole case, and I think this is the last of them. But this is Kibosh. Again, you can go to their website. I don't have an affiliation with them. But these are gluten-free, very low carb, no preservatives, low sodium, single ingredients taste. There's 2 very thin crusts in here. Total carbohydrate, 1 per. It says serving size is 1/3 of a crust. Okay, so even so, 3 then for the whole thing. These are awesome, y'all. This is the zucchini pizza crust right here, but they come in different flavors made with different vegetables. They even have a chocolate one. I have a whole case of chocolate out in my freezer that they gave me, and I've just been scared to try it. I don't know why, but anyways, this is a great alternative. If you're not a baker, I take them, pull them apart. They're separated by parchment, and you can make the best wraps because they're super, super thin. Or use them as tortillas, make burritos or enchiladas or whatever. Super good. Whatever it takes, y'all. Alrighty. Let's see here. Roxy, I don't know if they ship to Canada or not. Name of tea is Pique tea, y'all. Denise says, I crack her up. Thank you. You're so real. Thank you. Happy Ketoversary, Shauna. She just celebrated April 13th. Peanut butter is my drug of choice. Crazy Richard peanut butter, also natural peanut butter cream cheese, Swerve Confectioners. Yes, guys, that is so yummy. And I'm going to tell you guys, and I made an adjustment on my website, but I think I'm going to take it off. But one of my tricks, because I don't mind eating something that's made with a raw egg, but when I'm making these, sometimes I'll add a raw egg to my peanut butter fat bombs. Oh my gosh, it just elevates it again. But then I think, not everybody likes that. So, and I added it as an alternative, but I'm thinking about taking it down. But there you go. Try a raw egg when you're mixing them up. It's so good. Tanya says, doesn't matter how much food you eat, not much appetite, and if you stay keto but don't eat lots of food, let's make sure I get not much appetite, and if you stay keto but don't eat lots of food, does it still work? You have to, folks, it's like this. You are organic human, and your appetite is going to ebb and flow. Over the last few years of being keto, I know for a fact there are times when I have zero appetite and I just don't want to eat, and I don't eat that much, and my weight loss didn't really do that much, and you know, just what it is. But then there were times that I was very hungry, and I remember reading everybody's posts like, why am I so hungry all of a sudden? You just got to keep yourself balanced out. And look beyond, you know, if there's something going on with you personally, because for the most part, it's normal to have a few days. Think about your kids. I still watch my little granddaughter, you know. There'll be times she's like, I'm like, she's eating like a bird. She just barely eats. And then all of a sudden she's hit a growth spurt, and now you can't stop her from eating. We change. So follow your lead. Just if you're hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, don't bother. What about a 90% higher or chocolate bar? Well, okay, so when it comes to 90% higher cocoa is good. That's why dark chocolate is so popular with people in the keto world. But do look at the ingredients, because if it has sugar in it, then it's not a good choice for you, because sugar will either, one, if you are an addict, it can make you crave more, okay? It can trigger you. It's inflammatory, whereas the chocolate maybe not, but the sugar is. So look for a sugar-free version such as Lily's. They have the original dark chocolate bar that is made with stevia. It has super high content and it's perfectly fine. These little, I got these are the dark, and they're only 55%, but they do have that deep, dark, rich flavor. Okay. The Crust name, where did I get them at? Well, I got them at a conference, and they were letting everybody try it, and then they were like, here, would you like to take some home? And they gave me like a case of each flavor. They are K-Bosh, capital K, and then separately Bosh, Kibosh is what it is. And I haven't looked them up, but they do have an online website. Kibosh, there you go. There you go. All right, so I want to encourage you, if you want to take advantage of the fasting challenge, do so. Register before May 16th is the last day of registration. When you go to their website, there is I put the link, I embedded it with a 10% discount. So you get 10% off of whatever it is that you're ordering on the bundles. And they have various kinds, styles, flavors, different teas for fasting teas. But once you do that, then go ahead and get registered, and you will get free entry into Dr. Jason Fung's 14-day fast, okay? I will link this up. I will try to write down the recipe. Guys, there's really not a huge recipe. All you do is make this up like you would if you were having a regular shake. What's gonna make the difference is whether or not you're using heavy cream or oil. I recommend doing the heavy cream with these because that's gonna give it the creamy factor, and you might even wanna add some butter. So, but anyways, you would make it up just like you would if you were having a meal replacement shake, and then just pour it into your ice cream maker and let it churn. It will harden and go into a soft serve. So, and think about this, there's, I don't know how many flavors that aren't meaty, but I think there's like 18 flavors. So anything from chocolate toffee ice cream to salted caramel to the peanut butter cup to banana ice cream to root beer float that you can freeze to orange dreamsicle to mint chip. I did the mint chip ice cream. Flavor-wise, delicious. Color-wise, it's a very drab green. So not visually appealing, but tasty. So you can do whatever flavor ice cream you want with your Keto Chow. And if you want, you can get like the sampler. They have different sample pack bundles that you can get that maybe you want eggnog, or you just want to get something off the wall. You can buy those individually or in packs, and that gives you a variety of ice cream you can make yourself at home. So lots of ways you can spin this. All right. Oh, it says I have 200 stars. Thank you guys. I didn't know what that 200 was. I had to get up close to this. I think that's going to wrap it up. Let me give you a quick update before I bounce out of here. I'll let you know what's going on for the week. Grandchildren week. So So not only am I having Elizabeth's 3 kids who live here every other week, this is their on week, I will have Thursday and Friday my son's children as well. They called him back to work. I don't know what that means. He doesn't know yet either, but he did get called back to work. And parents are getting called back to work, but daycares aren't opening and school is not in session. So I'm very thankful that I will be watching and helping out with my grandbabies this week. That's a lot on Thursday and Friday. You probably won't even see me because I'm going to have 7 grandkids in my house that I have to keep up with, and 2 dogs and a partridge and a pear tree. There's that. I will share the links for all of this, guys. I also, let's see. Oh, Perfect Keto. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up here. So I shared a link for Perfect Keto bars. Again, if you are one of those people that need to buy something and you love your Perfect Keto bars, they have some great flavors. I shared a link. They are buy 2 boxes, get a box free now through Thursday. So that might be an option for you guys. So get your bars. That's another thing that I did for this week. I'm also looking to do a YouTube video. I hope and pray that I can get it done with my loud household. Because I'm going to discuss lupin flour with y'all. I'm going to do a lupin education YouTube video this week. I want it to really focus on what is lupin, where does the plant come from, how come it's keto friendly, how do you use it, and what it means. Somebody posted in group that they saw a video on YouTube about another lady who's got, you know, twice as many followers as I do, subscribers, and how, you know, she's super excited about lupin flour. Well, I watched it. Okay, she's super excited about it. It has been around for a while. It's no biggie, no biggie. What I did like was that there was some references in her comment section about my website or my recipes. That's kind of cool. But it did bring to mind that I would educate people a little bit. As a matter of fact, I had a meeting with the owner of Wholesome Provisions who manufactures Miracle Flour. And they are going to be revamping their way it is packaged. Previously, you got these little 1-pound cello packs of Miracle Flour, and they are going to a bag that's made of this heavy material that'll have a Ziploc, and it'll be a bigger bag so that you can just zip it and set it in and set it back in your cabinet, which I think is amazing. The other thing that he mentioned, and I think it's all right if I share this, but on the back of Miracle Flour, you guys, it is going to see for more lupin flour recipes, visit ketoforreallifepeople.com. That's what's fixing to come about. Lupin flour right now, I'm going to tell you, it's limited. If you need to get some, try to get it on Amazon while you can. They are, again, revamping everything on packaging, so it's going to be another month before it's available. So get you some. I can share links if you want a link. I have to get ready. Let's see, it's 10:44. My grandkids will be here at noon. My sister-in-law will be here after that. I have to take my husband today to get his final injection in his spine for his back pain management. So we'll be doing that this afternoon. And I just want to say, I haven't posted it, but I did get to go to the hospital yesterday. Got a phone call that my mother had been in a car wreck. Was kind of freaked out and headed to the hospital. I knew my brother was a lot closer and was going to make it faster than I could. So he was the only person allowed in there, and they only allow 1 person per day. Like, you can't switch out. I want to report, thank you, Jesus, that my mother was okay. She did bruise her lungs. She did bruise her ribs. She does have whiplash. She does have 2 black eyes from the airbags deploying, and her wrist is sprained, and I imagine she's going to be a lot sore. So as well, I will be keeping a close eye because my mother does live closer to me. She was on her way to his house when a guy ran a red light, and she was running 55 miles an hour. So she's going to be in a lot of pain. I'm going to be kind of preoccupied this week, you guys, with my mama, with my grandkids, with helping everybody get back to work and stay on schedule. So I hope this live motivated you. I ask that you please share it because I know that the apocalypse diet is real and we can get past it, and we are going to get ourselves back to the new norm, and you can do it. Use this group. to post all your stuff, use it for accountability, and I would love to see your progress. It's not about I lost so much weight, it's about I made it keto today. So please, 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 please do me a favor. Go into the Keto for Real Life People group, find the week 18 post pinned at the top of the page. And if you have been struggling, I challenge you to go in there and say, today I am keto. I have 1 day keto under my belt. Today I'm 2 days keto. Do that. Build yourself up. We'll congratulate you. We'll lift you up. We'll encourage you. I know you guys can do it. Remember, fats first, moderate protein, low carb, and get you some, guys.